Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to go over some energies that we're stepping into. This video is going live on the 19th, so it's setting you up for the Gemini season, which starts on or around the 20th of May. There's a whole bunch of other astrological stuff, but traditionally that's around the time it starts. So we're gonna start with that. We're gonna go over a little bit about the zodiac, get a little more knowledge here, mainly me because I'm not good at this, and then we will bring in some of the energies that come with Gemini. But for start-offs, Gemini is classified as a male energy. It's generally seen as the twins. And it is the element of air. So if you're one of the air signs, this is your first one in the zodiac. We tend to see this one as energy of springtime and growth, which does tie into that. And when we look at the energy of air, we look at the energy of Gemini, where you're looking at the gift of communication and the ability to be intelligent or gain intelligence. So the blessing of Gemini is, gaining wisdom, gaining knowledge, being able to expound and pontificate on our ideas. But then the flip side of it, the negative aspect, is to be scatterbrained or not being able to communicate clearly. So those are some things we need to be aware of as we're going forward here. That is, the energy and the ruling planet tends to be Mercury or mercurial. So you've got very fluid, can be very hard, very necessary in some cases, but also kind of dangerous, which does apply to the duality of the twins in Gemini. We have the deity most commonly seen as either Mercury or Apollo, which, depending on the lore, those are siblings. So you also have that divine masculine aspect coming forward here. The colors, as with our symbol up here, we have gold or blue are the most common ones, although in a lot of your modern day thoughts there's a multicolored one. Let's stick to the old stuff, I like it better anyway. We also work with the stones of carnelian, citrine, agate. So when we get into some energy work here in a minute, you'll see those popping up. We also have this energy of understanding the secrets of the universe. So when we look at Gemini from that perspective, first thing, this is the first of the dual aspects of the zodiac. The other big one that most people associate with it is Pisces, and weirdly enough, Pisces and Gemini can get along pretty well as long as one doesn't try to dominate over the other. Things don't go so well then. But we have this energy of communication, of opening knowledge and wisdom that's coming in here. So what I would like to offer as we're moving into the Gemini season is, let's get more clear on our thought patterns. Let's get clear on how we show up in the world. And when we say show up in the world, it's how do you communicate? Whether it's with words, whether it's with your hands, your facial features do say a lot about how we communicate. A lot of the times you'll be able to see someone's communication with their face long before their mouth ever opens. Communication is huge with Gemini. It's the first time that we really become aware of the outside world if we look at the zodiac. And you can argue about that in the comments. I'm okay with that. Because when we look, we have Aries, fiery, very bombastic, very beginner. We have Taurus, very grounded, very stable. We're not doing a lot of anything. But now we're moving into, well, you do things, but you know what I'm saying. Now we're moving into Gemini, where this is a more open. How do we communicate? How do we interact in the world around us? And if you've know Gemini, there's one of two parts. You have the talkative one who's very friendly and very outgoing, or you have the one who is very analytical, stays in the corner and watches everything and calculates. Both aspects of the positive side. Then you have the flip of Gemini, where we walk into this energy of chaos. They can't form a coherent thought. They'll think about something halfway through a sentence. They will literally change tracks because they're scattered. Not like a bad thing, but it's also kind of frustrating if you're the one trying to talk to them because they're all over the place. But that's also the beauty of Gemini, is you have that duality. And some of those people who are really scattered, it's because they have so much going on up top that getting it to communicate out is a trick. So, what I would like to offer for anyone who is interested in participating as we go forward here, let's clear out some of the more unnecessary things, and let's try to open up the doors to communication. Let's try to open ourselves up to our higher intellect, the higher self aspect, or even tap into God's source if that's what you're comfortable with. So, what I would like to offer you now, and again, you can stay here and continue on or not, and I will eventually go more into the zodiac. It's just not quite my thing. But those are the basics that I wanted to talk about, which leads into our energy work here. And as we're going through and preparing, if you want to put your feet flat on the ground so that you're more anchored, because Gemini being air can pop us out of our up into our heads a little bit too much sometimes. But as we're going forward here, I want you to think about and focus on, what are you releasing that's blocking your ability to communicate, first and foremost. And then on the flip side of that, as we get into the let's bring in the energy, what is it that you want to be able to communicate more clearly? And how do we open those channels to be able to communicate more clearly? I'll bring in the energy here, and you can add that to apply that to how your life fits out in. As we go through, I'll discuss the stones that I'm working with. But to start with, let's take a deep breath in and blow out, clearing space, clearing time away, allowing yourself to breathe in this moment. And we're going to pluck out the energy that does not work, cutting it with the selenite, allowing us to heal and release as fast as we can. Breathing in and exhale, blow away the part that does not work. Breathe in, blow away. Clearing off any of those roadblocks that may be pausing or stopping your ability to communicate with others. We're going to go down to the throat. We're going to wipe away any of the debris. We're going to clean the lips, allowing them to speak clearly and cleanly. We'll bring in the energy of Gemini with some nice clear quartz. Breathe in, Gemini, and exhale. Anything that you feel is blocking, you may say the word out loud as you exhale. From the realms of the divine Sun and Apollo, we bring in citrine, the stone of joy, a stone of happiness, and a stone of protection. Citrine, by its base nature, is yellowed quartz. Breathe in this beautiful, gentle solar energy, allowing it to fill up your body, mind, and soul. As you exhale, feel the citrine enhancing your ability to communicate, clearing your upper chakras, so that you can hear the divine's messages. The next stone tends to be seen as a common stone, but agate carries the beauty of quartz and the energy of a plethora of other minerals. Agate brings in the energy of the angels and opens the doors to the divine. Feel your ability to communicate with God's source enhance and grow. Feeling all blocks lift and the pathway to God's source open. You may feel tingling in your third eye or in your crown chakra. You may even feel it in your throat chakra or your lips as this energy processes. It's how you show up to communicate. Communication also brings in the energy of carnelian, which has a little aspect of fire. I don't have a large one, so we'll just use these guys. Allow carnelian to inspire your passion for growth, for expression, expressing your voice, your passions, and your thoughts more clearly. Take a moment and allow yourself to feel the energy flowing through the agate and the citrine. Opening and clearing your communication channels as we step into the energy of Gemini. Awaken the voice within. Awaken the intelligence that resides within. With this intelligence, ask yourself, what do I want to learn during this Gemini season? Ask yourself, what do I wish to communicate to others and to myself in this Gemini season? Settle the energy, allowing you to integrate, to breathe through, and to connect with the energy of Gemini, the energy of communication, and the energy of God's source in every area and aspect of your life. Take a deep breath in, exhale, blowing away that which no longer serves. Take another deep breath in, blow out. Bring your attention back to your feet, touching the ground. Allow yourself to drain the energy down so it integrates and stabilizes. Air meeting earth, bringing balance and peace to your body, mind, and soul. Go forth in this Gemini season, spreading your knowledge, spreading your wisdom, learning as you go. And always try to keep that smile on your face. Gemini has a smile and a frown. Let's try to focus on the smiles as we go forward this next month. So I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.